Ladies, we've all stood in front of the mirror, wondering why a perfectly fine outfit suddenly feels older than we do. It's rarely just one thing. It's the quiet details that steal our freshness without us noticing. Today, we're taking a gentle walk through 10 style mistakes that do exactly that, and more importantly, how to turn each one into a moment of confidence. From the floral dress that feels a bit too sweet, to the blazer that hides more than it flatters, every stop in this journey brings us closer to ease, balance, and the kind of polish that feels like us again. Stop 1. Foundation first. Our style journey begins where confidence quietly takes shape, the foundation. Most of us spend years refining the perfect blazer or blouse, yet the real transformation starts underneath. When our base layers lose structure, everything above them follows. A stretched out bra, a thin camisole, or a tank that clings too tightly can pull a whole outfit down. Suddenly, seams don't sit right, and what once felt elegant now feels off. Not because our taste changed, but because our support did. Studies show that nearly 8 out of 10 women wear the wrong bra size. It's not about appearance, it's about proportion and posture. A lifted silhouette elongates the waist, opens the shoulders, and softens the midline. That subtle change brings balance back to our clothes and calm back to the mirror. A simple remeasure once a year can reset everything. Choose pieces that smooth instead of squeeze, that lift without digging. The WACOAL red carpet bra gives quiet structure that feels effortless from morning to evening, while the COMMANDO whisper tank glides under knits and silks so fabric drapes the way it's meant to. Both are linked in the description below if you'd like to explore them further. When the foundation fits, we stop adjusting and start moving freely again. It's a small, invisible victory, one that makes every outfit after this point easier, softer, and more intentional. Clothes fall better, jackets close cleaner, and we look refreshed without adding a single new piece to the wardrobe. Elegance doesn't begin in the closet, it begins in comfort. A perfect foundation isn't vanity, it's maintenance for our confidence. Once we have that right, every layer after feels like it finally belongs to us. Stop 2. Avoid the all black trap. We've all done it. Reached for head to toe black because it feels safe, slimming, and timeless. But as we move through our 50s and beyond, that same safety net can quietly start to work against us. Deep black near the face reflects less light, emphasizing lines and shadows instead of softening them. What once looked sleek can suddenly read as severe, especially when hair turns lighter or skin tone changes with time. Black itself isn't the enemy, contrast is. As our natural contrast lowers, the sharp divide between jet black and our complexion grows stronger. The result is a look that feels harder, even when the outfit is beautifully styled. It can make us seem more tired than we feel, which is the exact opposite of what we want our wardrobe to do. The easiest fix isn't to abandon black, it's to rebalance it. Keep it on the lower half of the body where structure matters most, like trousers or belts. Near the face, trade deep black for soft navy, warm charcoal, cocoa, or midnight blue, tones that still feel classic but reflect more light. A scarf, a blouse with sheen, or a pair of subtle gold earrings can also lift the area around the face and make the same outfit glow again. When we learn to treat black as a tool instead of a habit, it gives back its elegance. We rediscover shape, light, and movement in our look without changing our personality. And that's the goal of this journey, and not to replace what we love, but to make it love us back. The lesson: your style is a journey. The more softly we handle contrast, the more clearly we stand out. Now, let's move to the next stop and look at how texture can bring life back to what we wear. Stop 3. Mix a hint of sheen for texture balance. Somewhere along the way, we were told that matte meant mature, that shine belonged to youth and gloss felt unrefined. But when every surface of an outfit absorbs light, it can make us look less alive than we feel. A fully matte look, from makeup to fabrics to shoes, tends to flatten features, absorb natural glow, and mute the movement that makes clothes feel fresh. This isn't about sparkle, it's about reflection. Light is what gives depth to our face, our hair, and the texture of what we wear. When nothing in our outfit catches light, we risk looking drained, even in our favourite colours. A small sheen, the kind that whispers instead of shouts, can completely change how polished we appear. Try introducing one piece with a soft luster, a silk blouse beneath a wool blazer, a smooth leather belt against cotton, a shoe with a polished finish rather than suede. Even a satin lining that occasionally peeks out adds dimension and grace. The balance of matte and subtle sheen keeps our look dynamic and quietly modern. This principle applies to beauty as well. A light reflecting balm, a bit of cream blush, or even a touch of pearl in the eyeshadow can soften the whole expression. Together, these little choices invite the light back in, and with it, warmth and vitality. It's a gentle reminder that refinement doesn't mean dullness. We're not chasing shimmer. We're letting our natural radiance breathe again. But remember, less is more. One sheen, one statement. Stop 4. Avoid the trend. Pile on. Trends are fun. They remind us that style is meant to evolve. But when too many show up at once, our outfits start to lose clarity. A puff sleeve here, a paper bag waist there, a chunky sole, and a mini bag all in one look can feel more like noise than expression. The result isn't youthful energy, it's visual confusion, and confusion always reads older, not younger. There's research to back this up. Studies on visual recall show that people respond more positively to outfits with a single focal point. When we give the eye one thing to appreciate, everything else looks more intentional. That's why elegant women never chase every trend. They edit. The key is to pick one modern detail and let it lead. If sleeves are dramatic, keep the pants streamlined. If trousers are bold, keep the top simple and fitted. A balance of one statement with 2 quiet anchors feels elevated and effortless. The goal is never to look of the moment, but to look entirely at ease in the moment we're in. Sometimes the best way to look current is to stop trying so hard to prove it. The pieces we love most, clean trousers, a crisp shirt, a refined blazer, are the same ones that make every new item in our closet feel intentional. This journey isn't about rejecting trends, it's about reclaiming control. When we stop collecting and start curating, our wardrobe starts speaking clearly again. Here's an important lesson to remember. Trying to look too young can make us look older instead. Stop 5. Mix leather pants with soft tops. Leather pants are power, sleek, confident, and beautifully modern. But when we pair them with something too loose or soft, that power starts to slip away. A slouchy jersey top or long sweater can weigh the outfit down, leaving us looking bottom-heavy and slightly off-balance. The energy shifts from polished to hesitant, and that's the moment style starts to age us. Visual balance matters more than trend. Leather and faux leather naturally catch light, which draws the eye downward. Without structure near the face to pull focus back up, our proportions lose harmony. The goal isn't to make the look quieter, but to help it breathe. When we mix edge with refinement, every piece feels intentional again. Try this: crisp cotton, tailored poplin, or a short structured blazer on top. A little collar or a sharp shoulder line instantly reframes the outfit. It tells the world this isn't rebellion, it's confidence. The Banana Republic oversized shirt, for example, sits perfectly over slim faux leather pants, keeping the silhouette long but not overwhelming. Even just half tucking the front of the shirt changes everything. It lifts the waistline, adds shape, and gives that quiet ease we associate with European street style. The key is proportion, not too tight, not too soft. When leather pants are styled with balance, they stop trying to make a statement. They simply become part of who we are, strong, poised, and completely at home in our skin. So structure near the face equals presence. But a quick reminder, if this journey is helping you see your wardrobe with new eyes, hit that red subscribe button below and like the video. It's the easiest way to stay inspired and make every outfit feel like a fresh start. Now, let's visit the floral dress we all own, the one that feels a bit too sweet. We'll give it new life with just a few small changes in shape and scale. Stop 6, the floral that fights us. Almost every one of us owns that floral dress, lovely in theory, but something about it doesn't feel right anymore. The pattern looks busy, the neckline too high, and the waistline too gathered. What once felt fresh now reads as cute, and that single word can quietly age an outfit faster than anything else. The reason isn't the print itself, it's the scale and placement. Small, tightly packed florals tend to blur the shape of the body. They hide the waist, shorten the frame, and soften the strength in our features. Over time, those delicate patterns stop flattering us and start minimizing us. The fix isn't to abandon florals, but to let them grow up with us. Choose larger, painterly prints with space between them, like brush strokes instead of wallpaper. They move with us, not against us. A little structure, a belt, a V neckline, gives shape back to the pattern and brings the focus where it belongs, on us, not the fabric. The REISS cotton silk floral dress shows this balance beautifully. Its airy print and tailored waist keep the mood soft but sophisticated. It's linked in the description if you'd like to see how scale transforms the same idea. The transformation is instant. A once sweet floral becomes quietly elegant, graceful without being girlish. This is the power of proportion. When the print, neckline, and waistline all align, the dress stops wearing us. We start wearing it again. Remember, proportion before print. Stop 7, beat the granny bag problem. We all have that bag we've carried for years. Roomy, reliable, maybe even sentimental. But over time, those same details we once loved can start to drag our entire outfit down. A soft, sagging tote with a skinny strap can quietly undo all the polish we build everywhere else. It rounds the shoulders, pulls on the neck, and adds visual weight that makes even the sleekest outfit look tired. Aging in style isn't about chasing trends, it's about lightness in spirit and silhouette. Bags that collapse or slump at the sides steal that lightness from us. They don't signal experience, they suggest exhaustion. What our look needs is quiet structure. The easiest way to modernize: go smaller, lighter, and more intentional. Look for a semi-structured bag that stands on its own even when empty. A wider strap distributes weight evenly and adds presence across coats and blazers. The Low & Sons Pearl and the Dagne Dover Allen tote are two examples that balance practicality with polish. Both have gentle lines, thoughtful compartments, and an easy grace that complements rather than competes with our outfits. Colour matters too. Matching your bag to your shoes or coat creates harmony that looks instantly more composed. And don't underestimate hardware. Refined, matte finishes tend to elevate without shouting. A good bag shouldn't feel like cargo, it should feel like company. Once we lighten the load, literally and visually, posture improves, lines sharpen, and we walk differently. Keep this in mind. One refined bag beats 3 almosts. Now let's address a familiar culprit hanging in many closets. The classic blazer that's just a little too wide, too long, and too high at the button. The one that hides us instead of defining us. Stop 8, the business box. Many of us have a blazer that used to feel powerful, the one we bought for meetings, interviews, or moments when we wanted to look composed. But try it on now, and something feels off. The shoulders seem broader, the stance sits higher, and instead of framing us, it starts to swallow us whole. That once perfect cut has quietly become a box. Aging out of a fit doesn't mean aging out of style. What changes is proportion. As our posture, height, or even hairstyle evolves, the high-button blazer can shorten the torso and hide the waistline that gives shape and movement to everything else. The lines become heavy and the energy feels stuck. The modern solution is gentle structure, not sharp angles. Lowering the button stance by even a centimetre, shortening the sleeves to reveal the wrist, or tapering the side seams brings the silhouette back to life. The St. Agni linen blazer does this naturally with a soft drape and relaxed waist that keeps the authority but restores femininity. We don't always need to replace, sometimes we just refine. A local tailor can reshape an old favourite into something that feels designed for who we are today, not who we were when we bought it. The difference isn't dramatic, but it's transformative. Suddenly the mirror reflects clarity again. When a blazer fits right, we stand straighter. Not because we have to, but because we want to. That's real polish. The kind that doesn't shout, just fits. Your style is a journey, and the best pieces evolve with you. Stop 9. The flowy midi that never stops flowing. There's a fine line between relaxed and shapeless, and many of us cross it without realizing. The flowy midi dress promises ease, comfort, and grace, yet too often it ends up hiding the very qualities we want to celebrate. When fabric moves without direction, the body underneath disappears. What should look effortless can instead look uncertain, even frumpy, no matter how lovely the print or colour. The issue usually comes down to proportion. A dress that hits mid-calf, right at the widest point of the leg, shortens our frame and interrupts the natural line from waist to ankle. Add flat shoes with a high vamp and the effect compounds. The leg looks shorter, the stride heavier. What's missing isn't youth, it's shape. The secret to restoring balance lies in subtle adjustments. Hem the dress to land just below the knee or above the ankle, where the leg naturally narrows. Define the waist, even slightly, with a belt or side tie. Choose shoes that open up the top of the foot, slingbacks, V-cut flats, or softly pointed pumps. Suddenly, that same easy dress feels intentional instead of incidental. The REISS Linen Blend A-line mini dress captures this principle perfectly. Its clean lines and gentle flare bring structure without stiffness, creating a calm, elongated silhouette. Styled right, it reminds us that flow and form can coexist beautifully. A little editing goes a long way. Once we give movement a frame, comfort turns elegant again. And in that balance, we rediscover what effortless really means. Finally, let's bring attention back to the smallest detail with the biggest impact, the frames that shape our face and how they can lift or age us in a single glance. Stop 10. The finishing frame. Eyewear is the first thing people see and the last detail we tend to update. The wrong pair can quietly age us faster than any outfit. Too heavy, too square, too flat against the face. When frames fight our features, they add weight instead of clarity. Think of glasses as jewellery for the eyes. Their lines should lift, not drag. A gentle upsweep at the outer corners opens the face, softens expression, and restores that spark that lighting and makeup can't fake. Harsh geometry, on the other hand, can flatten bone structure and dull the light in the eyes. This is where subtle precision matters most. The Warby Parker Chamberlain frames strike that perfect balance. Clean, modern, and softly angled to draw attention upward. When paired with simple drop or oval earrings, the whole area around the eyes feels brighter, more defined. Updating our frames doesn't change who we are, it simply brings our features back into focus. It's the finishing touch that makes everything else, the blouse, the hair, the smile, feel intentional again. Because elegance isn't loud, it's clarity, lifted gently into view. We've come full circle, 10 small changes that quietly bring our reflection back to life. This journey was never about chasing youth. It's about looking like the most confident version of who we already are. If any of these moments made you smile or rethink something in your wardrobe, share it in the comments below. We grow together here. And while you're here, don't forget to like this video and hit subscribe so you never miss the next chapter in our style journey. Before you go, click the video on your screen right now. It's the perfect next step in your journey.